Okay, today's date is Friday, August 16th, 2024, and I want to do a little recording here, maybe only a minute or two, to video my Parkinson's symptoms. And the reason I want to do that right now is because I want to get on tape exactly how I'm physically affected by this Parkinson's disease. At the start of a program that I haven't started yet. I'm about ready to start. Actually, I started a little bit last night, but not enough to sneeze at. So, the program is based on the work of Neville Goddard. It's an interior approach. It's I don't want to say a mental approach. It's a I'll use the phrase, my favorite phrase. It's a transcendental approach to curing disease, and I believe. I'll have to say I believe because I haven't directly experienced yet, but I believe, I have faith, I have a strong intuition that this approach, this type of approach, is not only going to be successful if I stick at it, but probably the only way, at least for me, that I'm going to make any progress at all, just because of my tendency, my personality, my interests, etc., my background. All right. So you can probably see my body shaking a bit before we get started here, or as we get started. So let me show you my hands. Now, as I lift my hands up, where are they? There they are. They're not too bad. You can see a little tremor in this hand here. But as I continue to hold it, it'll just start. Yeah, there we go. Now that's like that. Maybe not so aggressive, but it's like that most of the day long. It only stops at night. So you get it. Now I'm having a little bit of tremor. It's starting to migrate from, this is my right hand, my dominant hand here. And the tremoring is starting to migrate into my left hand. It's probably like 1/20th or one. You can see the little pinky there starting to pick up, but it's probably about 1/20th of the intensity of my, or less of my dominant hand. The tremors are also affecting my walking, or my legs, mostly my right leg. It also, the tremoring seems to be dominant on the right side, my dominant side. And it just gets progressively worse. I notice it may be getting a little bit worse once every 2 weeks, once a month, something like that. And so far, it's been more of a constant irritation. One of my favorite things to do, of course, throughout my entire life has been to sit down and meditate. It's difficult to meditate now because it's like the meditation is about relaxing. I can relax, but the more I relax, the more the tremor takes off. It's called a resting tremor, which is commonly, the more relaxed you become, the more you tremor, which is kind of ironic, but it's the way it is. So the more relaxed I become in meditation, the more the tremoring takes off, and the less ability I have or seem to have to just let go, because my attention is constantly drawn to the shaking, to the tremoring. It's like trying to meditate with somebody constantly poking you in the nose. Constantly poking you in the nose is not optimal. All right, so the only other thing I want to say is my speech today is very good. Very good. Sometimes I hardly have any voice at all. Just I don't know what factors are involved in causing it to be so intermittent, but that's the way that is, my voice. Swallowing, I've got a story about swallowing that I'm not going to tell now because it takes too long. But my swallowing is fairly decent. It used to be that that was my major concern about 5 years ago, but that's been taken care of psychically by somebody else, psychic healing. My balance is not the greatest in the world, but I at this point I walk every morning for about a mile. And that's all I want to say right now. I just want to give you an overview. There's a constant internal shaking going on in the body. I'm pretty much used to it. I have a hard time adjusting to it, mostly when I want to be quieter or when I want to relax, as I've already mentioned. The only other thing I want to say is that cognitively, I'm still pretty sharp. It's pretty sharp. But I have sometimes difficulty translating what I'm thinking, the words, to a vocal expression. And I'm not as quick on my feet intellectually as I used to be, overtly, interiorly. Interiorly I am, but it doesn't translate well in the third dimension. It's okay on the level of consciousness, but not so great on the level of 3D communication or 3D expression. My writing is fine, except my typing skills have deteriorated. Now, hopefully all this will be taken care of by the approach I'm using. It's just an approach of as I already mentioned, basically the work of Neville Goddard. So I'm going to end now. It's about 3 minutes longer than I wanted it to be. So thank you very much, and I'll keep everybody posted. How do you stop this?